So guys, good morning again to one and all. I was discussing about the last class ma'am has taken, and she delivered about the basic concept of matrix, the properties of matrix, different kind of matrix, algebra of matrix, and so on. Today we will extend it more, and we will discuss about some other kinds of matrices, determinants, its properties, and other things. So I'm starting. Okay. So number one, types of matrices. Now first we will discuss what is upper triangular matrix, what is lower triangular matrix. Actually, the upper triangular matrix is that matrix which has all the off diagonal elements below the diagonal are zero. I repeat, if all the off diagonal elements of below the diagonal are zero, then that matrix is called upper triangular matrix. And lower triangular matrix, if all the off diagonal elements of above the diagonal are zero, then that matrix is called lower triangular matrix. This is the first and last definition of upper triangular and lower triangular matrix. Actually, confusion कहाँ होता है? I repeat, मैं वापस बोल रहा हूँ, आप ध्यान से सुनिएगा. What is upper triangular matrix? Upper triangular matrix वो मैट्रिक्स होता है जिसमें डायगोनल के नीचे वाली एंट्री जीरो है, राइट? डायगोनल की एंट्री और डायगोनल के ऊपर वाली एंट्री जीरो हो भी सकती है, नहीं भी हो सकती, लेकिन डायगोनल के नीचे वाली एंट्री जीरो होनी चाहिए फॉर अपर ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स. ध्यान रखना. एंड लोअर ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स, द एलिमेंट्स अबव द डायगोनल मस्ट बी जीरो. डायगोनल और डायगोनल के नीचे वाले एलिमेंट जीरो हो भी सकते हैं, नहीं भी हो सकते, लेकिन डायगोनल के ऊपर वाले जो एलिमेंट्स हैं वो जीरो होने चाहिए फॉर लोअर ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स, राइट? So these are the very important definitions. आप हमेशा इसमें कंफ्यूज होते हो. मैं आपको नेक्स्ट क्लास में कुछ क्वेश्चंस दूंगा, तब आपको पता चलेगा कि अपर ट्रायंगुलर लोअर ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स क्या है. हमेशा इसमें कंफ्यूजन बना रहता है. मैं फिर रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, अपर ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स उस मैट्रिक्स को कहा जाता है जिसमें डायगोनल के नीचे वाले एलिमेंट जीरो हों. डायगोनल और डायगोनल के ऊपर वाले एलिमेंट्स कुछ भी हो सकते हैं, जीरो भी हो सकते हैं, नॉन जीरो भी हो सकते हैं. और अगर डायगोनल के ऊपर वाले एलिमेंट जीरो हों तो उसे लोअर ट्रायंगुलर मैट्रिक्स कहते हैं. इस केस में डायगोनल और डायगोनल के नीचे वाले एलिमेंट्स कुछ भी हो सकते हैं. आई थिंक यू अंडरस्टूड. इफ बोथ एंड अपर, if above and below all the elements except the diagonal are zero, then that particular matrix is called diagonal matrix. I repeat, if all the off diagonal elements, whether these are above or below, if all the off diagonal elements are zero, then that matrix is called diagonal matrix. Particularly, if all the elements of diagonal are 1, if all the elements of diagonal are 1, then that particular matrix is called identity matrix. And this is the example of identity matrix. If we are talking about 2 cross 2 identity matrix, then it will be 1 0 0 1. And if you are talking about third order identity matrix, then it will be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And fourth order identity matrix, 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. The identity matrix, the matrix in which all the off diagonal elements are 0 and all the diagonal elements are 1 only. That is called identity matrix. If you multiply the identity matrix with any matrix, for example, if there is any matrix A and identity matrix is I, identity matrix is denoted by capital I. So if you multiply this identity matrix I with any matrix in left hand side or right hand side, you will get the second matrix itself. This is very important property. That is AI, A is any matrix and I is identity matrix, is equal to IA is equal to A itself. Just like if you multiply 1 with any number, you will get the same number. 3 into 1 is 3, 4 into 1 is 4, A into 1 is A, B into 1 is B. So if you multiply 1 with any number, you will get the same number. Likewise, if you multiply any identity matrix with any matrix, you will get the same matrix. So AI is equal to IA is equal to the matrix itself, A. Now, the inverse of a matrix. If you go through by the definition, then if matrices A and B such that AB is equal to B, A is equal to identity matrix, then B is called the inverse of A and A is called the inverse of B, and symbols are A inverse and B inverse. This is the fundamental definition of inverse of any matrix. If there are two matrices A and B, if the multiplication of these two matrices AB and BA, here this multiplication law follows the commutative law. So if AB is equal to BA is equal to any identity matrix, then B is called the inverse of it. That is B is equal to A inverse, and A is called the inverse of B. That is A is equal to B inverse. The symbol of inverse is inverse. A inverse, B inverse. Right? For example, here there is a matrix A containing the elements 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 4, and there is another matrix B containing the elements 6, minus 2, minus 3, minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 1. If you multiply A, B, you will get identity matrix. That's why B is the inverse of matrix A. That's why B is equal to A inverse. Multiplication, last class ma'am already discussed about the multiplication of two matrices. I think you all are very aware of this multiplication. So if you multiply these two matrices, you will get identity matrix. That's why we will say B is the inverse of matrix A. Now, yes, the transpose of a matrix. The matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of a matrix A is called the transpose of matrix A and denoted by A transpose. What is A transpose? The matrix obtained after interchanging the rows and columns of the given matrix A. मतलब एक मैट्रिक्स A आपको गिवन है, उसके रोज और कॉलम्स को आप इंटरचेंज कर दें और एक नया मैट्रिक्स बना दें, तो उस नए मैट्रिक्स को ट्रांसपोज ऑफ द गिवन मैट्रिक्स बोलेंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल, A is given, the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The transpose of this matrix is given by A transpose, which is 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. यहाँ पे हमने रोज और कॉलम्स को इंटरचेंज कर दिया. Mathematically, for a matrix A is equal to Aij, its transpose A transpose is equal to that matrix Bij, where the elements Bij is equal to Aji. Right? for I is equal to 1 to m and j is equal to 1 to n. Now, based on the concept of transpose, we have two definitions of special kind of matrices based on the transpose concept: symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. A matrix A is said to be symmetric matrix if A transpose is equal to A. अगर किसी मैट्रिक्स के ट्रांसपोज करने पर भी वो मैट्रिक्स वैसा का वैसा ही बन जाता है, if A transpose is equal to the matrix itself, तो हम कहेंगे A is symmetric matrix, right? And if A transpose is equal to minus A, अगर किसी मैट्रिक्स A का ट्रांसपोज करने पर नेगेटिव ऑफ द गिवन मैट्रिक्स बन जाए, तो हम कहेंगे द मैट्रिक्स A is skew symmetric matrix.
सर
So if yes please.
क्लास ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा मेरे फोन पे।
What?
क्लास ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा सर।
क्लास ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा?
मेरे
Hitesh sir, please join this student. Hitesh sir, a student is asking for joining. Please join him.
हेलो, हाँ सर बताइए।
Sir, a student is asking for joining. Please admit.
Sir, but its name is not showing to me.
Okay.
When name will display, then I am able to join him.
Okay. So my student is asking for joining actually. Beta,
Yeah,
what's
I
your name?
also listen.
Okay. No issue, sir. Beta, what's your name? Okay. Let's move. So if A transpose is equal to A, then the matrix A is said to be symmetric matrix. And if A transpose is equal to minus A, then the matrix is said to be skew symmetric matrix. Right? Now you can check A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. You can do yourself. You can take any matrix A and take the transpose of that matrix and add these two matrices. You will get another good matrix and new matrix, and that resultant matrix will be symmetric. You can check it out. Similarly, A minus A transpose must be skew symmetric matrix. You can check it. Just a minute. Please hold on. हेलो, नमस्कार मैम, बताइए। मैम, right now I am taking class. If no urgent, then I will call you. After class, I will call you. Yes, sorry for perturbation, guys. So if the matrix A is given and you take the transpose of that matrix and evaluate A minus A transpose, then it will be definitely a skew symmetric matrix. Everybody can check it yourself. Now the important definition, orthogonal matrix. A matrix A is called orthogonal if A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix. It's very important. अभी मैंने आपको थोड़ी देर पहले इनवर्स मैट्रिक्स की डेफिनेशन पढ़ाई थी. What is inverse of any matrix? If AB is equal to identity matrix, or if AB is equal to BA is equal to identity matrix, then B is said to be inverse of A and A is said to be inverse of B. Now compare that definition with this definition. If A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix. अगर आप इस डेफिनेशन को उस डेफिनेशन से कंपेयर करें तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? आपको मिलेगा कि this A transpose is nothing but that B matrix. So this A transpose will be
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
yes, please.
Sir, some students are trying to join this class, but he cannot.
Okay.
सर एक्सेप्ट कर लीजिए थोड़ा।
So please, you also can admit, I think.
No, sir, we can't.
सर नो सर, ऑप्शन नहीं है.
ऑप्शन नहीं है बेटा. मुझे प्रेजेंटेशन ठीक है रोकना
Ask them
पड़ेगा.
to try again. Ask the student to try again to join.
Yes, Rahul sir is saying, please ask them to try again. Try. Nitesh sir will definitely admit them. Please ask them to join again.
Yes, sir.
Because I am presenting my screen, I cannot go and previous slide or previous window. Okay. So if you compare this definition of orthogonal matrix with the definition of inverse of the matrix, you will find that A transpose is nothing but A inverse here. Because in that definition, AB is equal to BA is equal to identity matrix. And in this definition, A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix. Right? So if you compare, you will get A transpose is equal to A inverse. So in general, a matrix A is said to be orthogonal matrix if A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix, or you can directly check if A transpose is equal to A inverse, then that matrix A is said to be orthogonal matrix. यहाँ पे एक एग्जांपल है, आप नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं, या आपको जब ये वीडियो लेक्चर शेयर होगा तब आप देख सकते हैं. There is an example. A is equal to 1 upon under root 3, 1 upon under root 6, minus 1 upon under root 2, 1 upon under root 3, minus 2 upon under root 6, 0, 1 upon under root 3, 1 upon under root 6, and 1 upon under root 2. आप या तो पेन पेपर लेके इसे नोट डाउन कर लीजिए. And I always say, all the students, then when you are taking the mathematics class, you just keep yourself with a pen and paper. Always. Always keep a pen and paper with yourself. कभी भी कोई भी कैलकुलेशन आपको करनी पड़ सकती है, कोई भी क्वेश्चन आपको नोट डाउन करना पड़ सकता है. ओके. सो ये मैट्रिक्स है, एंड यू कैन योरसेल्फ वेरीफाई दैट इट्स ए ऑर्थोगोनल मैट्रिक्स. You just find the transpose of this matrix first and multiply this transpose with this basic matrix or fundamental matrix. You will get identity matrix. If you get the identity matrix, then it's a orthogonal matrix. Otherwise, not. Yes. Since A transpose is this, hence A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix. Okay, you can verify yourself. Now there are some properties of matrix. AB whole inverse. These properties actually are based on inverse and transpose. So AB whole inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. A transpose to the transpose is equal to A itself. Lambda times of matrix A, lambda is any scalar here, whole transpose is equal to lambda A transpose. A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. And AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. Students, if anybody has any problem regarding these properties, I always say you can verify yourself by taking any matrix according to your choice. You can take any matrix A, you can take any matrix B, but keep in mind AB is valid, because AB, the multiplication of two matrices, is valid only when the columns of first matrix are equal to the rows of second matrix. तो ये चीज वैलिड होनी चाहिए, तो उसके बाद में आप इसको वेरीफाई कर सकते हैं. Now, determinants. What is the difference between matrix and determinant? Can anybody unmute yourself and tell me what is the difference between matrix and determinant? How you determine, how you explain the determinant? Can anybody unmute yourself and tell me the answer? I'm waiting. What is the difference between matrix and determinant?
Determinant is used for vector calculation, cross product calculation.
This is the application of determinant. What's your name?
Sir, Audit Roy.
Audit Roy, this is the application of determinant. You can say, but what is the difference, basic difference between matrix and determinant? Basic difference. The basic difference, or a simple difference you can say, between these two is simple. Matrix cannot be solved, but determinant can be solved. This is the basic difference. Matrix is the representation only. Matrix is the representation of functions, numbers, etc. But determinant can be solved. That's why we use determinant. This is the basic difference. Now we will solve the determinant of order 2 and order 3. How? आप सब लोगों को वैसे तो पहले से पता है, लेकिन ठीक है, थोड़ा सा हम रिवाइज कर लेते हैं इस चीज को. Now we are considering the matrix of order 2. A is equal to A11, A12, A21 and A22. The determinant of this matrix is denoted by determinant of A. This is the symbol, and this is the notation of the determinant. So determinant of A is equal to A11, A12, A21, A22. And the solution of this determinant or this evaluation, what? The cross multiplication of diagonal elements A11, A22 minus A12, A21. It's very easy to remember. A11, A22 minus A12, A21. You can evaluate the value of this given determinant 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 1 into 4 minus 2 into 3. So 1 into 4 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6, 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Simple. Now, the following properties are true for determinants of any order. If every element of a row or a column is 0, then that determinant is directly 0. Yes, of course. चाहे सेकेंड ऑर्डर का डिटरमिनेंट हो या थर्ड ऑर्डर का डिटरमिनेंट हो या फोर्थ ऑर्डर का डिटरमिनेंट हो, सिंपल सी बात है, अगर कोई भी एक रो या कोई भी एक कॉलम के सारे एलिमेंट 0 है, इफ ईच एंड एवरी एलिमेंट ऑफ एनी रो or any column, any one row or any one column are 0, then that the value of that determinant is directly 0. No need to calculate whether the given determinant is of order 3 or 4. Right? And one thing keep in mind, determinant is always calculated for square matrices only. For rectangular matrices, we cannot calculate the determinant. Because for evaluation of any determinant, there must be a diagonal. And diagonal is always for square matrices, not for rectangular matrices. So determinant is always calculated for square matrices. The second property, determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of A. This is very, very important property. Keep in mind, आप मैट्रिक्स ए का डिटरमिनेंट फाइंड करें या उस मैट्रिक्स के ट्रांसपोज को लेके बनने वाले मैट्रिक्स का डिटरमिनेंट फाइंड करें, you will get the same value. You can check yourself. There is no issue. आप कोई भी एक मैट्रिक्स ए ले लीजिए, उसको इवेल्युएट कीजिए, उसको सॉल्व कीजिए, डिटरमिनेंट उसका, फिर उस मैट्रिक्स का ट्रांसपोज करके उसके डिटरमिनेंट को सॉल्व कीजिए, आपको दोनों का वैल्यू सेम मिलेगा. सो डिटरमिनेंट ऑफ ए ट्रांसपोज इज इक्वल टू डिटरमिनेंट ऑफ ए. नेक्स्ट इज determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. It's again very important property. आप दो मैट्रिक्स को मल्टीप्लाई करके उसका ओवरऑल डिटरमिनेंट लें या दोनों मैट्रिक्स का इंडिविजुअल डिटरमिनेंट लेके उन्हें मल्टीप्लाई करें, you will get the same value always. So second and third properties are very important. Determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of A, and determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Now, determinant of orthogonal matrix is always plus minus 1. It's very simple to calculate. What is orthogonal matrix? अभी मैंने last slide में आपको बताया था. A matrix A is said to be orthogonal matrix if A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix. Right? Now, take the determinant both the sides. Determinant of A transpose, and according to the property of determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A to determinant of B, we can write down determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of A into determinant of A transpose. And since determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of A again, so determinant of A into determinant of A. Right? And in right hand side, there is identity matrix. So determinant of identity matrix is always 1. This is again very important property. Determinant of identity matrix is always 1. Keep in mind. Determinant of identity matrix is always 1. So, इस fundamental definition का हमने दोनों तरफ determinant लिया, तो हमें क्या मिला? Determinant of A square is equal to 1. That is determinant of A is equal to plus minus 1. So आप इसको ऐसे भी बोल सकते हैं, a matrix A is said to be orthogonal matrix if A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix, number 1, or A transpose is equal to A inverse, number 2, or determinant of A is equal to plus minus 1, number 3. तो किसी भी मैट्रिक्स को चेक करना है कि वो ऑर्थोगोनल मैट्रिक्स है या नहीं है, तो आप इन तीनों में से कोई भी एक फंडा अप्लाई कर दीजिए, आप चेक कर सकते हो whether A transpose is equal to A transpose A is equal to identity matrix, or A transpose is equal to A inverse, or determinant of A is equal to plus minus 1. Now, inverse of any square matrix of order 2. How we can calculate the inverse of any matrix of order 2? Say there is a matrix of order 2 A here, A11, A12, A21, A22. So A inverse will be 1 upon determinant of A and this matrix. Students, please see very carefully, this matrix is nothing but the interchanging of elements of this diagonal of the given matrix and changing the sign of the elements of this diagonal. Right? तो अगर आपको 2 क्रॉस 2 मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स फाइंड करना है, तो आप क्या करेंगे? सबसे पहले उसका डिटरमिनेंट फाइंड करेंगे और फिर जो गिवन मैट्रिक्स है, उस गिवन मैट्रिक्स के जो मेन डायगोनल है, मास्टर डायगोनल है, उसके एलिमेंट्स को चेंज करेंगे और जो दूसरा डायगोनल है उसके एलिमेंट्स के साइन को चेंज करेंगे. अगर पॉजिटिव साइन है तो नेगेटिव करेंगे, नेगेटिव साइन है तो पॉजिटिव करेंगे और एक मैट्रिक्स बना लेंगे. उस मैट्रिक्स से उसके डिटरमिनेंट को डिवाइड कर देंगे तो आपको डायरेक्टली ए इनवर्स फाइंड हो जाएगा. आपको सेकेंड ऑर्डर के मैट्रिक्स के इनवर्स को फाइंड करने के लिए कोफैक्टर वाला कॉन्सेप्ट लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can find the inverse of second order matrix directly by this shortcut approach. Right? यहाँ पे देखिए एक एग्जांपल दिया गया है. फाइंड द इनवर्स ऑफ मैट्रिक्स ए। तो सबसे पहले इसका डिटरमिनेंट फाइंड कर लीजिए। द डिटरमिनेंट ऑफ दिस मैट्रिक्स इज -2, राइट। फिर जो मैट्रिक्स ए है उसके मास्टर डायगोनल के एलिमेंट्स को इंटरचेंज कीजिए और जो दूसरा वाला डायगोनल है उसके एलिमेंट्स के साइन को चेंज कर दीजिए, तो एक नया मैट्रिक्स बन जाएगा। क्या मैट्रिक्स बनेगा? 2 0 -1 -1। इन डायगोनल के एलिमेंट्स, मास्टर डायगोनल के एलिमेंट्स को इंटरचेंज कर दीजिए और सेकंड वाले डायगोनल के एलिमेंट्स का साइन चेंज कर दीजिए। जो मैट्रिक्स बनेगा उससे इसके डिटरमिनेंट को डिवाइड कर दीजिए, यानी -2 को डिवाइड कर दीजिए, आपको इस मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स मिल जाएगा डायरेक्ट, which is -1 0 1/2 1/2 here. Now how to find an inverse for a 3x3 matrix? अगर 2x2 मैट्रिक्स आपको गिवन है तब तो आप इनवर्स ऐसे फाइंड कर सकते हैं, कोई इशू नहीं है, राइट, शॉर्टकट से। लेकिन 3x3 मैट्रिक्स
Hitesh sir. Okay, please continue. Professor, please continue.
Am I audible? Yes, everybody, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Actually, there is a power cut, that's why, and I was connecting with Wi-Fi. That's why this perturbation has occurred. Sorry for the interference. Now, I'm again presenting. And now the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we were talking about the determinant of third order matrix. So second order matrix का determinant तो हम directly shortcut से find कर सकते हैं, but what about third order matrix? We have to use the concept of cofactor for finding the inverse of the third order matrix. First, we will find the determinant of third order matrix, and after that we will find the inverse of that third order matrix. So consider an example. The matrix A is given, order 3x3, and we are finding the determinant of this matrix by this approach. You can take any row or any column according to your choice. You can take any row, any column, first row, first column, second row, second column, third row, third column, according to your choice. ठीक है, ये सबको आता है, मुझे पता है, लेकिन नॉर्मली जो मिस्टेक होती है वो साइन को लेके मिस्टेक होती है। पॉजिटिव साइन कहाँ लगाना है, नेगेटिव लगाना है, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो देखिए, जब आप 1 1 पोजीशन के एलिमेंट के रेस्पेक्ट में माइनर फाइंड करते हैं, 1 1 पोजीशन ये वाली है, तो 1 1 पोजीशन के रेस्पेक्ट में माइनर फाइंड करते हैं, तो 1 1 पोजीशन 1 + 1 2 -1 raised to the power 2 -1 raised to the power 2 is positive, तो पॉजिटिव साइन कहाँ पे लगेगा? Now if you are finding the minor with respect to position 1 2 1 2 1 + 2 3, so -1 raised to the power 3, that is negative sign. Now you are taking with respect to, for example, 1 3 position, so -1 raised to the power 1 + 3, that is -1 raised to the power 4, that is positive sign. तो आपको कभी भी आप डिटरमिनेंट फाइंड कर रहे हैं, इवेल्युएट कर रहे हो, तो you can take any column and any row as a master column according to your choice, but keep in mind one thing, that the sign should be correct you are taking, and sign should be according to the position of the element you are taking, right? If you are taking the position, for example, this position, the element 8, this position is basically 3 2 position, third row second column position. So -1 raised to the power 3 + 2, that is -1 raised to the power 5. -1 raised to the power 5 is minus, that is minus sign. So always keep in mind the sign, right? And determinant is solved here, and you can solve very easily, I know. Now what is cofactor of matrix of order 3? Because the concept of cofactor will be used for finding the inverse of the matrix, right? So cofactor matrix of the given matrix of order 3 is, for example, a matrix A is given, which is of order 3, 1 2 3 0 4 5 0 6. So we have to find first the cofactor for each and every element of the given matrix. Then we will make a cofactor matrix, right? So for each and every element of this given matrix, we have to find the cofactor. For example, for this element 1, the position is 1 1, the element is 1. So cofactor for this element will be A11. The cofactor for this element will be A12. The cofactor for this element will be A13. So according to the element's position, we will calculate the cofactor accordingly. So for example, position 1 1. So you just eliminate the 1 1. 1 1 means first row and first column. You just eliminate the first row and first column and find the resultant 2 × 2 determinant. Just eliminate the first column and first row. We will get this determinant of order 2, 4 5 0 6. And just evaluate this value, 4 × 6 - 0 × 5, which is 24. And sign will be positive because the position is 1 1. -1 raised to the power 1 + 1, that is -1 raised to the power 2, that is +1. So you will take the positive sign before this determinant. Now A12. A12 means first row second column position. So eliminate the first row and second column. If you eliminate the first row and second column, you will obtain the determinant of order 2 will be 0 5 1 6. This will be the resultant determinant after eliminating first row and second column. And sign before this determinant will be negative because the position is 1 2. -1 raised to the power 1 + 2, that is -1 raised to the power 3. That is negative sign, right? Similarly, you can calculate A13, A21, A22. Here A21, there will be a negative sign here. It's a misprint here. So it should be a negative sign here. That's why the answer is -12 here. A22, A23 is okay. A31 is okay. Negatives. Yes, in A31, there must be a negative sign here. Sorry. There should not be a negative sign here because 3 + 1 is 4. A32, it's correct, negative sign here, and A33. So in this way, we can find the cofactor of each and every element of the given matrix. Now, you just arrange these cofactors according to their position. Yes. I arrange these cofactors according to their positions only. We will obtain the matrix containing the elements 24, 5, minus 4, minus 12, 3, 2, minus 2, minus 5, and 4. Right? This is called the cofactor matrix. After collecting all the elements of cofactor of each and every element of the given matrix, we will obtain a matrix which is called cofactor matrix. So this is basically the cofactor matrix. Right? After arranging at a suitable position the cofactor of each and every element. I think you got it. Now, what will be the formula of the inverse of that matrix? A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A multiplied with the cofactor matrix raised to the power the transpose of cofactor matrix. अभी आपने ये जो cofactor matrix बनाई है ये वाली, इसका आप ट्रांसपोज ले लीजिए, ये ट्रांसपोज ले लिया यहाँ पे और उसको डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ ए से डिवाइड कर दीजिए. This will be the inverse of the given matrix, A inverse, which is 12 by 11 minus 6 by 11 and so on. So, inverse of the third order matrix will be evaluated by the formula A inverse is equal to cofactor matrix transpose divided by determinant of A. Determinant of A you can calculate very easily. I just discussed with you all, and cofactor matrix transpose we can find very easy. So I think this is it. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you. Now I can hear your doubts or you can message me as well. I'm waiting for your doubts. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, is there any shortcut to find the inverse of third matrix?
What's your name?
Sir, Orit sir.
Okay. Actually, there is a shortcut for finding the inverse of third order matrix, fourth order matrix, but it's not such kind of shortcuts because you can say there are other methods. There are other methods for finding the inverse of third order, fourth order matrices, but these methods will take the same time as the cofactor approach. So there is no need of discussion about that methods. That's why I'm not discussing. So there is no shortcut. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Any other doubt? Yes, please ask me. Yes, in chat box you can ask your doubt. Minor. Actually, minor is nothing but if you find out the minor of the element of 1, 2 position, for example. So, at 1, 2 position, the minor of this position will be, you just eliminate the first row and second column and you just obtain the second order determinant, but there is no need of taking the sign. That is called the minor. Okay. Yes, yes. Yes, any other doubt? You can ask me. Okay, okay, Rikushna. So I think this was the good session for you, all of you, and you understood the basic concept of matrices and determinants. I think you very well understand now. Besides this, if you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime, as I always said. Okay, so thank you all of you. Thank you very much, and be safe and be healthy at your places. Thank you. Thank you.